Hey everyone, it's Amy with Simply Elizabeth Crafts, and I am working on my March 7th class. And so this is the card that I came up with for that class. And one of the things that I do, because most of the crafters that come to my class are not newbies to crafting. We do have new people who come in and out of our class, but most of them have crafted for a long time or have done crafting at least the last couple years. So what I try to do is I don't try to do hard cards, but I tried to do different designs as far as using that one stamp set, switching it up and using the different actual stamps in the stamp set. That's probably the best way to say it. So we're going to be using the Dressed to Impress, this stamp set, the So Sentimental stamp set, and then the Birthday Bonanza stamp set were actually the three in the catalog that stood out to me in the very beginning when I first opened the catalog back in November. I have done lots of things with the So Sentimental, and I have done several things with the Birthday Bonanza. This is my first, well, it's not my first official, but it's probably my second, because I did a swap card with it. This is my second official card with this stamp set. I have played with it and have struggled so much, and I don't know why, because it's a gorgeous stamp set. I think because I try to pair it up with the Designer Series paper that coordinates with it, which is gorgeous paper. Don't get me wrong. It is gorgeous paper, and I have seen some gorgeous cards using it, but every time I go to play with it, it seems like I end up just picking really dark colors, and I wanted something bright and bold and vibrant to go along with this set because, I mean, it's girly, so you want girly colors, and with the flowers it makes me think of spring, so that makes you want to have bright colors. So anyway, I finally came up with a card, and because I really wanted to use it in March as our set to use and focus on. So this is probably my favorite one as of right now, the Hello Fabulous one. I just love these flowers, and I love that sentiment. So this is what we're gonna be making, and I have to come up with one more card because I do 4 different cards to show off using the different pieces of the stamp set. So we're gonna try it, and I could completely fail, because in all honesty, this is the 3rd time that I've tried to do this video. So we're gonna see if this time I can actually make something work. If I can't, I might just give up altogether, or I might just post it anyway and people can see how bad sometimes my cards can be. So we are going to start with a Coastal Cabana card base, and it is cut at 5.5 by 8.5, and then it is scored at 4 1/4. My goodness, it is late when I'm doing this, but if I didn't do it now, I probably wouldn't go back and do it later. And I'm trying. My goal this year is to actually start doing Facebook Lives, which is a little nerve-wracking to me. But first, I really need to get videos down, and so practicing and putting them on my YouTube channel is kind of how I'm doing that. But you know, when I first started doing videos, I think I probably had to restart them, I don't know, 9, 10, 11 times. At least right now I'm only on my 3rd. So we'll see. It might end up being a 4th, but anyway. So you'll have your Coastal Cabana, and then we're going to take the second largest die from the So Sentimental set. This is the Stitched Scalloped Rectangle. And we're going to take a piece of Whisper White, and we're going to cut it out of that, and I'm going to do that off of camera. And why I had to stop the last video is because my scalloped dye, for whatever reason, did not cut all the way through. So I had to try to get it out and it ripped. So we're going to try this again, right? Okay, so now what we're going to do is I want to use the lipstick. So we're going to stamp the lipstick and we're going to ink it up in Black Memento. And I kind of have an idea in my head of what I want to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp this, but I'm going to do it kind of halfway up, just like that. And then I'm going to take the sentiment that says, "Be as bold as your lipstick." We're going to ink that up. And then we're going to stamp it right down here at the top. Okay. And now I really want to make sure that they dry, so I'm just going to, because one of the mistakes I made earlier was, not on that one. Hold on, I want to show you, because I want to show you what will happen. And you may not even be able to see it, and I'm going to try to get as close as I possibly can. Oh, I am so far out of the camera. Woo! Okay, yeah, there we go. I don't know if you can see it, but right here, there are black spots. Because when I inked up the petal pink and stamped it down, the lipstick outline was not completely dry yet. So it literally like re-stamped it. So you don't want to do that. So you want to make sure that it is dry before you, especially when you have a light color, because you will be able to see your Black Memento in that color. So we're going to take this design here. We're going to clean it. Make sure there's no black on it. And then we're going to ink it up. And then we're going to stamp it right up here. Just like that. And you'll notice it's kind of offset. We are fine with that. I'm going to actually stamp that off. And then I'm going to come down here and ink it up. And I'm going to do it a couple times. Because I don't want it to, I want it to be dark, but I don't want it to be too, I don't want it to be too dark. So, alright, so I'm good with that. And when it dries, it'll get just a little lighter anyway. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take our Coastal Cabana. We're going to take this stamp. We're going to clean it first. I guess if I cleaned them as I went along, I wouldn't have to, or after I used it, I wouldn't have to worry about doing that beforehand. But, alright, so then we're going to take the Coastal Cabana, and I'm going to kind of center it over the words, and we're just going to stamp it down like that. Okay? And now what we're going to do is, I think I'm going to stamp the two flowers. We're going to ink it up in Black Memento. And I'm going to stamp it right there in the corner. Okay? And then I'm going to take my Granny Apple Green. I'm going to take my Granny Apple Green Stampin' Blend, and I'm going to take it on the small tip, and I'm going to just color in here so that it's not all over the place like that is. That doesn't matter because you've cut it out, so it's not, you can't really tell, but on here you'd be able to tell a little bit more. So we're just going to do it that way. And I'm going to take this stamp right here, and I am not going to ink it up in the Black Memento. I'm going to ink it up in the Petal Pink, and I'm going to stamp right over that. And then I'm going to take the larger splotch, clean it, and then I'm going to stick it right over there. Okay? Alright, so that's all of those. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to close all of my stamp pads, all of them, so that I do not end up with ink on something that should not have ink. Okay, and then I'm going to take a Pleased as Punch cut piece of paper. Let me find what I did with it. Okay, so this is cut at 4 and 5 1/4. And that will just fit right here on top, just like that. And I'm not going to do the circle punch on the sides there. See, look at the purple, and it's just beautiful colors, beautiful, beautiful. All right, and then we're just gonna line this up. I might be a little picky about that, but all right. So there we go. And now we're going to take this piece and we're going to take our linen thread in front of my face. And we're going to wrap it around our, I need a little bit more actually. So here, and I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive just so it'll stay for me. Let me grab. Good thing everything is in reach of my hands. That is actually how I designed my office, so that I literally could roll back if needed. But I'm using this so that my adhesive doesn't stick down to my, I wanted to call it a placemat, but it's not a placemat. Oh my goodness. My little sheet here. I don't even know what it's called. I've just drawn a blank. But anyway, so I want to make sure that it's not sticking to that, because obviously then it would be a disaster and we'd have to start over again, and we're avoiding that this time, right? All right, and so then what I want to do is I just want to tie a bow. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the ribbon the twine, so that it's not attached on it, because it's a little difficult on this one. All right, so then what I want to do is I just want to tie a bow right there. Bam. All right, and then I'll probably have to manipulate it just a little bit so that it's not covering up the lipstick. Let's see if I can do that. There we go. And then we're just going to trim these off too, so that they're not too long. All right. I am good with that. All right. So now with this, we're going to take it and pop it up. And you know, I'm a dimensional girl. We're going to stick that there. And then grab my nasty scissors. Okay, and I'm sorry, that's got like a little bit much of a space there, so. And I have a huge pile of dimensional backings up here at the corner of my desk. All right. Okay, and then I'm just gonna find a place to kind of stick it. I don't necessarily care if it's in the center. I might try to probably, actually, I think I kind of am gonna put it down here in the corner. All right, and so then I just want to make sure that it's even before I adhere it down, and I need to move the top just a little bit. Okay, there we go. And now I am going to take my blue flower that I already did prior. I'm going to get a little dimensional for it. And we're going to pop this bad boy up right here. right on top, just like that. And then, and that might not be even, but it's good enough. Okay, and then we're going to take some rhinestones, and our take your pick tool. We're going to stick a rhinestone right there. And then we're going to do one right here and right here. And then we're going to do a small one up here and another small one right there. And I like it. I like it. It's not my favorite, but I like it. So I think this one is still probably my favorite one. So, yeah. But those will be the cards for the March 7th. Obviously, I will not post this video until after the class actually takes place. So you'll get this on probably the 8th of the month. And really quick, I was going to show you the swap card that I did. This is what I came up with for the swap card. And it actually opens up. It's got a little glue dot there. And then it says Happy Mother's Day. So, so it's like a little backpack, little purse that you just open up. And you could do this with a magnet or whatever. But the colors, see, the paper is really pretty. Really pretty. But for whatever reason, I just kept going with the dark colors. And so, I know that Mint Macaroon, that's not a dark color, but when you pair it with the Blackberry Bliss, it is. It kind of makes it a little bit darker. So anyway, I was struggling with it, and even though I really did like this card, I really liked this card. I think maybe if I did it in the Coastal Cabana and maybe tried it a little differently with some different bright, bold colors, I might like it a little bit better too. So, but anyway, if you have any questions or you want to order any of these products, please let me know. You can reach out to me by email, phone, or you can go straight to my website, which is www.amybryant.stampinup.net, and you can shop right there by clicking on the shop Now button. So thanks a lot, and I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.